vowel, and we are not in England, we are in Auckland, New Zealand, because it's a very, very long trip to get to England, but we would be there if we could be for the launch of the book, The Foreign Language of Motion, which emerged out of our studio practice together as dancers, working on improvisation and choreography. We worked together for about many years. And we did a lot of improvising and working on movement phrases, and then writing from the space of our creative practice. So we'd often be like lying on the floor writing, and then go straight from that back into making. And it's those writings that form the bigger part of the foreign language of motion. So yep, every piece of the writing was written in the studio or in relationship to one of the many sort of creative projects that Val and I committed to over a 2 or 3 year process, and then they got gathered together and refined and re-choreographed for the performance of the page. We really hope you enjoy the book and that you're enjoying your wine and having a lovely time, and we do really wish that we were there to hang out with you.
Intro 1. A procedure in touching the edges of a given concept. The foreign language of motion. Transversing uneven surfaces of sound. This is a document made from the idea of glass. Dwelling space, Carol Brown. This corporeal machine of gender, how it creases and tears down days. Flawed introspection, a stage between Libeskind and Jarman. A garden and a concrete tower, choreographing the old flawed dance. A permeability, a habitation, an unforeseen body eaten by telecommunications and projected, invisible, through the air. You are data. Rethinking the obstacle of distance, the inherently ridiculous action, the angle to measure space between actual and possible, livable and damaging, straight and cyclical, performed or simply breathing as the corner is formed. Time exhumes architecture of its steadfastness. All becomes mobile. I'm waiting for the ribs to open their brows, listening intently with the pads of fingers, the trees of nerves, flags for release. Muscles support differently and structure changes. You are in your weight, anew. Vibrations of sound in the blood, this very detailed shaking of cells, a patterned code clinging to tissues of memory, endless library of time and time's consequences. Dark sand dreams. Rinse distance. Alone, perhaps effort. Stone touch. Touch. Stone. Senses evidence salt. Earlier perhaps. Late afterward. stone, touch, touch, stone. The zoologist in the story, a boat, a sea. Rinse me in your dark sand dreams. Stone touch, touch, stone.